My last information that happily today an envoy of 14 trucks was able to pass through Bab al-Hal. That is the only cross-border that is authorized in this situation. And yesterday there were also 6 other trucks. But this happens 3 and 4 days after the earthquake. Then this is one of the key threats, that everything will arrive too late. If it's already extremely difficult to have humanitarian aid in a conflict with 5 armies and many non-state armed groups, if this is difficult in the normal times, then you have this crisis on a crisis that is the earthquake.
You've called for a ceasefire in Syria. Is that likely? Is that realistic, do you think?
That is, we try to remind member states that they are supposed to overcome the diplomatic failure, monumental diplomatic failure, that is this continuation of this conflict for 12 years. I think that to prevent another crisis, if another crisis will happen, I hope not, I think that's very important that all the parties of the conflict must come to the table.
Some parties have called for international sanctions on Syria to be lifted. Would you join those calls?
That is, we are not advisors of states about sanctions, but I'm very happy to acknowledge that the United States for 180 days has suspended the constraints of the economic sanctions. That's something very positive. And I had also the European Union is doing the same thing concerning the 2 countries. Then I repeat the same thing. In normal times of the war, these sanctions, if they have a lot of humanitarian sanctions, they have a chilling effect on the humanitarian support in Syria.
We're starting to see international aid arrive in Turkey and international financial support. Realistically, is Syria going to see similar levels of support announced? And if not, what does that mean for the victims in Syria?
That is, it's very important to say that the UN is inside Syria. That is, you don't have an empty in terms of humanitarian aid. But of course, the situation of Turkey is very much different because in Syria you have an ongoing conflict for 12 years. But I am seeing some developments. I am aware that the Syrian ambassador in New York is in conversation with the Secretary General. The government has offered several possibilities of this aid reaching Syria. Then I think that slowly we are having some auspicious signals.
Paulo Pinheiro, Chair of the United Nations Syria Commission of Inquiry in Brazil, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.